Joe Biden sees dead people. He waves at everyone he sees, even the dead. He even waves to that cameraman right there. Yeah, you. Hi, cameraman.
Vampiric, Satanic, and Feinsteinian monster, Joe Biden, the horror of the 2020 election, is the topic today. Is he sniffing? Is he rubbing their hair? Is he rubbing somewhere else? Or is he truly getting their pulse clear? Hearing the thumpity thump thump of their hearts, the pulsing blood in their veins. Is that Joe Biden's true reason for these creepy moments surrounding Joe Biden?
To school shootings, to public health issues, helping save lives as well as livelihoods. That's why I've made it a priority in my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago, as well as my tenure as vice president. That's why I've made it a priority in my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago, That's why I've made it a priority in my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago,
This is why we must vote Joe Biden. But don't you dare say bite me, because, trust me, he surely will. 180 years as senator, he has been biting those sweet American girls and the American women for a long time.
Why exactly did Joe Biden choose 30330 as his texting number? We all need to realize that 2020 divided by 666 is 3.0330. It's clear that this must be the reason. His satanic pleasures and hopes are clear in this election. His horns are showing. His satanic knowledge is as old as we can get.
If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much. No, instead of saying Joe, I would have said text. I was so focused on making the case for Joe. I said Joe and I gave the number. It was text, so I would have changed that. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much.
"2020 divided by 666, that is 30330. Text Joe to 30330. We need the GOAT, the demonic figure that is Satan, I mean Biden."
Dianne Feinstein surely has created Joe Biden. His far-left influence is built into his creation. He's the monster created to help enable the socialist and constitutional shredding of our future.
Dr. Feinstein became a madwoman, gathering parts of all the radical left, stitching it up, and creating Joe Biden, the monster of Feinstein.
If I could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, I would have done it.
You have to, in fact, have universal background checks, eliminate assault weapons as being illegal to be sold or owned in the United States, as well as limiting the number of bullets that can be in a clip to 10.
And climate change are on the line. It's all there.
There are critics that suggest you're trying to have it both ways. That is, you want to tell the environmentalist wing of your party that you want to ban fracking, but you're telling workers here in Pennsylvania nothing to fear.
I never told the environmentalists that I'm going to ban fracking, period.
What about, say, stopping fracking and stopping new pipeline infrastructure and
for the fact that holding our elected officials accountable and actually asking substantive questions about climate change.
The Green New Deal will pay for itself as we move forward. We're not going to build plants that, in fact, are great polluting plants.
That the climate crisis truly is the existential threat to our future, to our planet.
Look in my eyes. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel.
Joe Biden is the far-left monster we need. Feinstein's monster. He will overturn and destroy the economy, taking all guns, leaving us all vulnerable to the mobs. It's such a wonderful thing. Make sure to vote for Feinstein's monster.
Now, all of these are clearly satirical, but Joe Biden is clearly a horror show. Whether it's his court-packing aims, and all of the satirical ads do have their kernels of truth. Joe Biden is a creep to women and little girls. He is pushing the far left's ideas of repealing the Second Amendment and destroying our energy sector in the wake of the Green New Deal's ideas of ending fracking to ending gasoline, promising to destroy fossil fuels. For the first time, we are a fossil fuel exporter to the world and are gaining an industry to hold our own to the whole world. And Joe Biden promises to uproot this? He is a real-life horror movie to many in this country. He's unable to condemn the riot's groups, while promising to disarm the people in the homes being targeted and threatened by Black Lives Matter and the Antifa, the violent idiots. While satire was fun to create, the sad thing is much of this is based on the truth of the problems. It's horrific that most of all Joe Biden created himself with his own terrible and miserable self. Now, I have created the aesthetics and gave amazing atmospheres to these satirical ads, but Joe Biden said these things. The left is pushing themselves into being a real-life horror movie. We can all laugh, and we can all be laughing at the craziness, but this stuff writes itself. And it just makes me wonder why nobody else is even trying to do this easy work. And I guess it's because they are stuck on the other side, where taking the president out of context is the only way to do it, and they don't even save themselves into making it satire to just be funny. They call it real life, and it's clearly not. With mine, it is satirical, but many of these are not even taken out of context, and that is the sad thing. While many don't consider Joe Biden's uncoherent mind as a horror film, it surely is. It surely is the worst, as he will have the nuclear codes, and he's not even in his right mind. It should have everyone shaken in their seats that Joe Biden, with all his issues, is on our ballot to become president.
Joe Biden sees dead people. He waves at everyone he sees, even the dead. He even waves to that cameraman right there. Yeah, you. Hi, cameraman. Joe Biden is the most coherent man to ever run for the office of the United States presidency.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
Joe Biden thinks more than any. He thinks for you, he thinks for me. He would be a true great president to think for everybody.
What makes his wild claims and hopes, he now hopes we don't notice what he said or won't remember. And when he does follow through, or doesn't do, when follow through, the exact opposite.
Joe Biden loves all the little children, yours, theirs, any children will do.
And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
This is why you need to vote for Joe Biden. He's the one with the brain, and his hairy legs, and he always sees dead people.